Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. By the time I'll be uploading this, it will be Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas everyone. I'm actually recording this on the Friday, on Christmas Eve. So yeah, I'm not recording anything on Christmas Day. It is a day of rest for me and a bit of a break from making videos. So I'm pre-recording this for you. So ain't you good boys and girls? Okay, so we are doing a reading on the quickie called Christopher's Name Change. It's basically talking about how he changed his name from Christopher to Christian, or vice versa. I forgot what his original name was. At age 10, Christopher Weston Chandler changed his name to Christian Weston Chandler. Yeah, it was that. As a result of events in December 1992, I think my sister was born in 92. Yeah, this is what makes it a Christmas episode, because it's in December. His name was legally changed in late 93 or early 94, given the significance. Chris describes his... Did they put the D in the wrong place? Okay, I think that must be a typo. To his identity and his name. It is no wonder that he continues to consider this one of his most significant events in his life. In 2016, Chris legally changed his name a second time to Christina Weston Chandler. 2 years later, he would say that his full name was Christine Weston Chandler Sonicu, but he did not file to add Sonicu to his name, mostly because they would not... If you legally change your name and I add Sonicu, they would say fuck off. They wouldn't do it because it's like illegal to do that. We'll look at the pictures in a minute. Leonard Bernstein. Chris credits his name changed to Leonard Bernstein, or Bernstein, depends on how you pronounce it. An animatronic bear in a musical program, should have said musical show, presented at shopping malls and other venues. The Leonard Bernstein Symphony Orchestra is still in operation to this day. Oh, okay, that's good. Running shows in North Carolina, Virginia, and elsewhere during the Christmas season. The Leonard character is designed to be fully interactive and engaged in conversations with the audience via a human operator behind the scenes. Yeah, we have similar things over here, but they just died out and no one's doing it anymore, which is a shame, because I love animatronics that you can like interact with and they can interact back. Yeah, doing a shopping trip to Richmond in late '92, the Chandler family encountered the Bernstein show at the Regency Square shopping mall, now Regency Mall. Good thing it's still going. It'll probably be a dead mall soon. Chris was eventually fascinated by the spectacle, and due to the light turnout that day, he received considerable attention from the interactive bear. The performer operating Leonard asked Chris his name and misheard Christopher as Christian. Chris and his family seemed to attribute this error to Leonard's English accent rather than the fact that a mumbling kid was slurring to a man over the microphone built into a bear. Yeah, that's the thing, because if it's like in a mall and obviously the acoustics are going to be pretty shit and echoey, and the microphones that are built into animatronics, if they have them, are not very good at picking up voices if it's like really echoey in the area. So yeah, while the name Christian was uncommon in the US until the late 80s, Christopher was a very common name in the UK, and that's ignoring the fact that Bernstein could be faking his accent. That is true. For reasons understood by only him, Chris adopted the new name and insisted upon being called by it. On the 29th of December 1993, the Richmond Times Dispatch ran a fluff piece on the incident. The story drew a connection between Chris's experience with the bear and his successes in finding an autism-friendly school and winning the Sonic the Hedgehog Watch and Win sweepstakes, and reported the family's decision to begin the legal process to rename him. It also quoted his father Bob admitting that he had wanted to change the name of his son, wanted to name his son Christian to begin with, but was kicking. Chris was recently misstated the event, or the date of the event, misstated the event as 1989, as has Bob, who said it took place when Chris was 7 or 8 years old. Significance today, as even a cursory examination will reveal, Chris's fixated on his own name and events from his childhood. Thus, an event which resulted in him having two names to obsess over is of supreme importance to him, even after almost 20 years. However, Chris routinely glosses over the key details of the story. At times he will simply refer as Christopher, or discuss being renamed by a conducting bear, as if no further context is required. For example, the Troll's first real insight into the events comes from this brief note in Chris's DVD showcase, and we actually have a quote of that note here. Before moving from Ruckersville to Richmond in December of 1989, he got that year wrong as well, my family and I were watching the Regency Square Bear Band perform. When the conductor asked my name, I told him Christopher, but apparently he was English since he misunderstood. That's pretty fucking racist, Chris. Misunderstood me and called me Kristen. The name change settled in. Originally, when I was born, my father wanted to name me Christian, but he chickened out and named me Christopher. And that was Chris's note in his DVD showcase. As seen here, even at the age of 25, Chris saw no need to explain why he would change his name at the behest of a total stranger, year sign or otherwise. Chris's fixation on his identity come to the fore during the Liquid saga, where he was confronted with an imposter of himself. In his struggle to affirm his uniqueness in the universe, Chris reluctantly conceded that Liquid might truly share the name Christian Weston Chandler, but clung to the idea that he and he alone was born Christopher Weston Chandler and later become Christian Weston Chandler. This of course missed the point of the CWCki CWC was not merely taking credit for Chris's accomplishments, but was claiming to be the true and honest Christian, name change and all. This became a recurring theme in Chris's videos at the time, as he would repeatedly cite his name change as something that the imposter could not possibly claim as his own. Since Liquid and others were constantly accusing Chris of being an imposter, Ian Brandon Anderson, Chris frequently asserted the authenticity of his name. However, the name change clouds the matter, and Chris could not even use a phrase like my God-given name without qualifiers. Got another quote. Call me by the real name that God and the bear has given me throughout my whole life. And that was Chris Makes No Sense, August the 6th, 2009. Along with Chris's tendency to refer to God and Jesus in the same breath, or even the same word, this quote gave rise to the troll meme that Leonard Bernstein is an avatar of God Jesus or perhaps God Bear. Christopher as a separate personality. If you're starting off with a quote with this on, we left Christopher over there by those people in Greene County, and that was Bob, 19th of March 2009. That Chris's predolescence has a name unto itself seems to encourage Chris to treat Christopher as a former life. In his KCWC dedication special, Kristen dedicated a song to Christopher and explained the distinction. Got another quote. Coming in at number 5 is a dedication to myself, but also mainly to my part to the one that was at my birth name, Christopher Weston Chandler. Before the name change and all, he still lives in me, in my one blue eye, and heart and soul, cause he is me, I am him. That was Chris, August the 12th, 2009. A lot of stuff happened in 2009 in him. It was a busy year for him. Shortly thereafter, Chris briefly tried to imply Kristen and Christopher were split personalities, going as far as favouring anime porn videos on YouTube in the name of Christopher. However, I keep forgetting that because there's sometimes there was anime porn on YouTube before they culled it all. However, he quickly abandoned the act and later admitted that he made the whole thing up. He also tried it on Casey, but she didn't bite. Despite Chris's assertion that Christopher lives in him, it would appear Christopher's spirit haunts the ground of 14 Bankland Court, judging by an account of Acefield agent Jenkins Jinkies, which was Chris Clan's account but under a different name, as he was posing as a troll. We got this long ass quote. I went over to Chris's house with a flashlight that night. I was tracking through the Daylily garden aisles, searching for more bad I can do about the house, when suddenly I hears a voice, "Hello." I look around and see nobody. I am terrified. Then suddenly I am fucking paralysed. My ankles and wrists were pulled to my left and right, feeling like there was other people's hands holding me down on the floor. I feel a pair of hands on my neck too, strangling me, yet I can still breathe. That must be fucking terrifying if that happens to people in real life. Like that sleep paralysis, it sounds like. Ugh. Then a voice comes back. "Hello, Mr. Troll." It is the voice of a child about 8 years old. This is Chris when he was 8. He's like making it so. All this is bullshit, by the way. I struggle to look around, yet I see nobody. I am fucking shitting my pants here. The voice continues, "Do not be afraid of me." Like the teachers of the elementary school were, they did not understand me and my mind. I want you to understand my mind. Right after, I see a lot of strange images going through my mind, including the image of a abusive babysitter called Roki. Is that her name? I don't know. We never knew the name of the babysitter. I don't think I've heard of it yet. Locking me alone in the static room. A therapy session at James Madison University. The teacher's guidance counsellor and the principal of Nathaniel Greene County School holding me down and taping my screams and more. I tried to scream, but nothing came out. It was a scream of silence. I could not even utter a word in a normal voice, only silence. I have encountered the spirits of young Christopher, Weston Chandler, and Patty. Patty's the dog that died, the only dog that Chris ever cried over, apparently. Protecting the Chandler household. I warn you all right here and now. Stay away from this house and Patty's grave. That was Chris Clan's attempt to stop people from trespassing on this house, but it failed. We got a gallery. Okay. I'm just gonna bring up the Bearstein things right here. Okay, so this is a grainy image. This was obviously taken with a Polaroid. Looks pretty good animatronics. I can't believe that they're still going to this very day. Here's a better picture right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, obviously that's Leonard Bearstein. And here's the backing group with a couple of black bears, a couple of brown bears, and like white, all colours of the fucking rainbow right there. I love the dresses. I love the clothes that they're wearing. Mad Magic. I wonder if we can find a video on that. I'll have to find out. Let me just go back to normal. Do that. Yeah, I actually wonder how long have I got? Got 16 minutes. I wonder if Leonard Bearstein, if we actually got a thing for it. Let's see. Animatronic. I really want to see. Holy fucking shit! Is this the actual one? It is. I think they must have been reskinned. Not bad at all. This looks really nice. I'd love to see this kind of thing. I don't know if this is the exact one, but obviously they must have been like reskinned a few times because it was the 90s, remember. If this was the real one, then it does look good. And like we got another one here. Oh, this is old.
Or just joining us, permit me to make introductions. My furry friends here are some of the finest musicians in the land. From the string section to the brass and
That actually looks quite nice. I quite like the look of that. That does. I think I adore animatronics. I love the technology what they use for them, and that's why I really want to go to Disneyland because their animatronics look amazing. But I'm gonna close this video off to that now because I done the reading. Keep it under 20 minutes. I'm gonna be uploading this on it'll be scheduled to be posted on Christmas Day tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you on Sunday for the weekly recap.